Hey Glam Hot Metal, this is TJ Guns coming to you from the Guns Bar. This year we're not going to do a top 10 albums of last year. We're going to do highlights of 2022 instead. Now Heat were back this year with their first mature album. Now it's their first album in a while, since 2010, their Freedom Rock album. It's the first album with Kenny Lacremo back on vocals. They had Eric Grunwald on there for a few albums, and as we all know, he is now with Skid Row. Okay, next we also have another great album, Spot McCracken of the McCrackens, his first solo album. Thought he'd branch out. Now this is a light pop sort of punk album with a bit of glam in there. Spot is Sandy Hazard previously of the Canadian Pretty Boy Floyd, also from Dirtbag Republic as well. This album's between Dirtbag Republic and McCrackens. If you've heard both of them, it's sort of an in-between those. Great album, highly recommend getting that one. Okay, and now the big surprise for the year was this beauty here from Skid Row, back with a vengeance. They are. The Gang's All Here's the album. Now, everyone knows how much of a Sebastian Bach fan I am. I worship the ground he walks on practically. Favourite vocalist. But this is awesome. Eric does an awesome job on this. The songs are great. They're back to the writings of their earlier stuff. Brilliant album. Probably album of the year if I had to choose one. Also, we had released earlier last year a compilation of Trash Can Darlings songs, like a best of. Now the original albums are hard to get, so I'm so glad that they released this. Great band. Chris Damien Dole, who's now on the Suicide Bombers, their vocalist, was guitarist on this album and backing vocalist. Great album. If you like a bit of fun punk / glam, that's the band to look for. Okay, now we have Tango Down. This is gonna hurt. Well, it didn't hurt to listen to. It was great to listen to. I love their last album, Bulletproof, but this is even an improvement on that, even though Bulletproof was a great album. I'm really enjoying this album. Can play it through quite a few times before I change the CD. Good work, Kibble Records, with that one. Okay, another favourite band of mine, another Kibble artist, Wild America, Old School Cool. Back after their debut album, Gasoline. Great album, great old school rock, as it says, Old School Cool. Get it, guys? Okay, this one, Love in Chains, debut album for these guys. Now, Robert Kane of Apocalyptic Lovers and Mike Fluros of Steel City and Adora came together to make this album, and it's turned out a beauty. To me, it's hard to pick between which is the better between this album and Steel City's last album. Both a bit different from each other, but both fantastic albums. Okay, and also we have back this year, or back last year I should say, Kiss the Viper. Another highlight 2022, it's playing in the background now. The album is Hope You Like It, and I hope you guys do like it. I love it. Great album. Bobby Miller kills it on vocals on this. Great singer, can almost sing anything, this guy. Okay, now that's for my highlights of albums for last year. Concerts, we had Heat, I showed the album before. They came out this year with Cassidy Paris supporting them, and was originally Crazy Looks as well, but Wicked Smile stepped in when Crazy Looks couldn't do it. Great concert, enjoyed myself. It was the first time for me seeing Heat, and they nailed it with Kenny, the original vocalist, back. Also, highlight concerts, great concerts this year was DAD, somewhere in the show here, the boys from Denmark. That was just recently, November I think it was. They were brilliant. They rocked the house. They still sound brilliant like they did back in the day. Another great tour for last year was the Australian Stadium Tour. The tribute bands, it was Poison Us, the Australian Motley Crue Show, and Def Replica. Now that, even though it's tribute, I know some people don't like tribute, but to me they have their place. That was one big party, that concert. I had the best of times. Enjoy it. Go enjoy your tribute bands. You may not see it, like Poison haven't been here since the 80s, so why not enjoy, you know, tribute bands? And Poison Us do it perfectly. The Australian Motley Crue guys, they always down pat as well. Def Replica, that was the first time seeing them. They did a great job. Lived above my expectations of what I thought they would be like. Okay guys, now to keep these bands coming out here, what we need to do, we need to get out to these concerts. I think there could be more of us getting out there. I know, you know, there's high cost of living at the moment. The tickets are still reasonable price compared to the uprise inflation. So keep coming out guys, keep going to concerts, keep buying the physical copies of the albums, whether it be CD, vinyl. Don't do downloads guys, unless it's just to hear the songs initially. The artists get hardly anything out of that. I hate to be a downer on that, but that's just the facts. Buy the albums guys. Okay guys, I want to thank everyone for the last year for putting your support behind Glam Hot Metal, putting posts on the page, liking the page, giving me the odd message here and there, and those artists who have sent me demos of their albums, etc., give me a listen first and getting my opinions on them. I'm really thankful for that and really honoured. And guys, I just want you all to have a great weekend, a great new year. Get out to those concerts and rock on, mother truckers.